general essential requirements. Okay.
Things which one can't live without.
No, that's it. So the general requirements. Can't do without. Yeah. But at what point do you see that somebody is in that situation? Right, so needs, you said essential things, right? But some essential things may not be needs.
Yes.
Right? What is essential to you may not be essential to you.
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes.
So if you like pizza and you like chinangwa and the other like sima and whatever it is, are those needs?
No.
So needs are necessities that you cannot do without. Right? Things that you cannot do without. Wants are what you as an individual
Desire.
desire. So wants are desires, what you desire. What you desire is not a necessity. Right? So in most cases, when we look at needs in social, we look at your services that will come to you and the things that you think are necessary for that individual, right? To have. If somebody says, I'm very thankful, and I want some help, also so forth, asking, says, no, actually, I'm thinking that if you help me, I should buy a phone. Is that one need? No. Right. Those will be his desires. He just desires to drive the phone. Yes.
How about your requirement? That's a what? Requirement. Let's really one thing.
Right, right.
Let's really investigate. Just require something. Let's really think.
A need is something that you cannot do without. And in social, including cases, we look at the degree of danger to an individual, right? How dangerous is the situation in which this individual is in, right? And often wants to go to school, wants to feed, right? And then often we just want some help to buy himself beautiful clothes around. Which one is need and is the want? What is the degree of danger? Someone was going to school just to clothes for us. The danger is this individual to go to school. It is great danger. Because he wants to achieve something right in life. And he doesn't go, there's danger that is going to probably suffer as it grows. So this is how you look at those. You must look at the degree of danger and see how you can help by looking at that. So requirements are what you as an individual want to have, right? In such a way, the person to understand needs is needs are understood from outside the individual, right? So it is you as a social worker understanding what that individual would do for that individual to live functionally and also to be able to achieve whatever happiness or peace was to have based on the situation. So this is how we do it. Now, I mentioned about empowerment. Yes, there are certain people that you find who can have a problem, right? But they don't know how to make a decision about that problem. Is it possible? And in social way, we assume that is best known by the individual, not you. Is that true or not?
Yes, true.
And that individual must know the cause of that problem, right? He may not know the cause of it. That's your way to find out. Now, the issue is that if the individual knows the cause of the problem, and most likely even the decision that he needs to make on how to address that problem, to be that problem, that individual has a problem of decision making, right? Now, decision making is not a simple issue. It means that individual needs to be empowered to be able to know how to get a solution to his problem, because he knows the problem. But somebody comes and says, I want to help, my wife divorced me. Right? Now she's dropped everything, now nowhere to go, all sorts of things. Do you think that individual does not know the wife and divorce?
No.
Well, no. So you have to take him through the processes so that he realizes that actually he knows, and therefore he also must know the solution to that problem. Right? Most likely. So this is what we call empowerment. So try to empower an individual to be able to make a decision. And when you look at the case 2 next time, you have to look at issues of problem solving techniques, right? You remember, we also look at issues of active empowerment using person-centered approach, where they bring solutions right away for an individual and see how an individual can actually come up and make an informed decision about what he wants to do. So it's about building acceptance into an individual. Alright. And also, the purpose is to prevent occurrence of problems at individual and household level. In other words, what do you do to prevent? If a family, for example, and children, right, don't talk. Is it possible for family members not to talk? To each other? Not to communicate? What will be the problem? I mean, you can talk to your father, father can talk to you, can talk to your mother, mother can talk to you, can talk to your sister, your brother. So how do you live? Somebody comes in, kuna kumboroa, watengani moto wasintachaji, kuna kwetu wasintachaji. So, what is that? You see? So, here, you are responsible again to try to understand if somebody came from that household to complain about that disturbance in the home, you should be able to understand the situation, analyze the situation around, and address the problem that is in that household. Why can they communicate? What is it? When we move on to your study related to parenting times, right? So, parenting theory. That's what you understand. Yes, there are families where everybody is in the house, it's only the father who can talk, the rest must be quiet. Right? Or else, up bandura or really shout. Right? Or the families where everybody does everything that he wants. Right? Mother goes out in the morning, comes at 12 o'clock in midnight. The father goes out, comes 3 a.m. John goes out, doesn't come. Mary goes out, comes the following day. And when they meet, nobody asks anybody about where did you go? Why did you go? Nobody. It's still a family matter. So, those are the problems that we face in that social life. This is a dysfunctional family, right? It cannot function. You cannot live what you call a separate, free life, where everybody does his own thing. There must be family values, right? Things that you put close to your heart, which define what your family is all about, something like that, right? So, there are quite a lot of these things around here. And also, you need to develop what you call internal resource base. In other words, the capacity of an individual to understand himself and also be able to address problems around him. This is an issue of capacity. Internal resource is all about the capacity. Let's move on. So, casework follows processes. So it follows casework processes. Let me tell you, this is now the commencement of actual social work. Casework follows one here is going to take us, to take you all your life from here. This social work is here, started. Right? We have got two things that we deal with. We deal with two things. One, processes or process. Two, procedure. In case when we deal with these two things, there will be a process, and after a process, there will be a procedure. A procedure is a technique on how you help the individual. Having gone through the process, I like putting it in a cyclic manner. Number one is what we call the exploration. Right? But number one is the intake. Right? Okay. This one is the intake, right? This one is the administrative. The administrative process. This is how it starts. So here, our number one is the usually an intake process. An intake process is where you meet your service user for the first time, right? Somebody comes to your office and expresses the situation to you, the problem that that individual has. It is called an administrative process because basically it is about knowing your service user. Right? Knowing your service user. Right? In other words, what you have there is no background to the situation of that particular individual. Right? Now, after that, there is the second stage where we go exploration. All of that, what happens is that here, different books use different terms in the process. Some will just say study, exploration, others say assessment immediate, right? Or diagnosis. But they mean because an exploration or a study is not diagnosis, it's not an assessment. Right? So here, an exploration here in a situation where you are trying to understand the situation of your service user, yourself, right? What is it? Why would it have happened like that? Something like that. I've given you a background and the know, yes. The one of us here knows everything. They are just given the background. And from there, you do your study to understand exactly what is it that led to this situation. This number two. The number three, you go to what you call diagnosis or assessment. Why do you do an assessment? In an assessment, here, what do you think happens? Good.
How we going to treat the problem and the solution?
So that is your diagnosis. I'll give you an example of the diagnosis is usually used mostly in the medical field, right? I'm saying diagnosis and assessment. If you go to a doctor, right? You say, I'm Gilbert, so years. The malaria. Seriously? Yes. So say, okay, the malaria. We come to this area. We say, why do you the malaria? But the was and thing was gentleman and thing was time, seriously? He's trying to understand you about. He's trying to explore, find out. Right? The malaria. We don't want the malaria. Maswanga shira kwambi. Chacha something like that, right? One good doctor something like that. Yes. A good doctor will understand what you have told that doctor. But he wants to be sure whether what you are telling him, which is malaria, is actually malaria. Did you? You said you go after diagnosis. Peter Kurab. Seriously, that's a good doctor. Peter Kurab. What he wants to do is to understand whether what you are telling him and what the lab is going to find out. Do better. And the social system, the story this guy is telling you here, you must be subject to serious diagnosis, serious assessments and tests to check whether or not the story is telling you is true. So given that, the doctor when you go back will tell you, no, see malaria. Will different. See what I mean? So it means this is a good doctor. A bad one, just explain the danger like that, the malaria, or just give you answer. And we take the fact that for a wrong cause. So in such a way, we also look at those things just like that. Because what doctors look at the wellness of the people and whatever it is and so forth, right? In relation to their health, we also look at the wellness of the people in relation to the problem that they have brought. And our diagnosis, that's what we now tells us exactly what is supposed to be done. What is supposed to be done? If the problem has this which has brought in anything to do with mental capability, for example, right? You want me to know what drives or what has serious? Is this one caused by the environment in which that individual is living? Oh, is it caused by so yeah, that's why you waste your time, look at what is the background of the individual, you tell you. Oh, what you are over here. What the Mayan and the Makoro as a go away, okay. Nanga Kamu, Rasa Makoro as a go, but I did. Rasa many go, but the National Communal, Master, the Chapter, just not the something wrong. This was something that has no problem. Because first line of contact with that problem has been my relation. Situation? Yes. Uncle, the child, and so forth. The Gagatika should be the uncle's bringing issue to now. Right? Yes. So, this is where all your work in social lies here. Once you use it here, that's it. You're not going to do it. And it's possible. People come and tell you a story which is not true. And if you act on that story, you can find yourself in big trouble. Big trouble. A woman comes to the office Gilbert and says, Mamnanga, I'm a delivery. What's the matter with your eye? Someone you want to see that goes right. And you go straight away, you'll be beaten like that. So you need to understand. And in social work, I told you, when you get this information here, that individual, but when you come to these two stages here, the diagnosis is about getting more information. Seriously. And here, how you get more information is information that is gotten from that individual should be complemented or supplemented by information must get elsewhere. He said in social work, don't use what we call linear. Linear, what does that mean? Linear thoughts. That's the idea. One-sided information, right? We want the information to be balanced by adding other sources of information in the context of the problem that that individual brought before you. To be right? Yes. So, where do you get that extra information? Next of kin, advice, revelations. If you go to church, can you go to the church in whatever it is? You can even go to the chief. Those things will still give you extra information. Now you are able to understand the situation. In other words, you got the wrong information. Now, with the extra information you get from other sources, then you are able to make informed decisions about that case and how you're going to handle it. And we say, when it comes to this stage here, this is where you are actually coming out with the actual, talked about process, right? And we're going to come up with the actual procedure that you're going to follow. How do I help that individual? Right? So you can see, you have got a process. The whole thing is a process, but the procedure that we follow. Here, that's why I start trying to think about the procedure. Because you've done a diagnosis, and once you've done a diagnosis, you come down to your plan. It's a stage where you have to plan. This case, what am I going to do? But what am I going to do? But I want you to take caution. Cautioning is planning. Can happen at any one of these stages, right? How you get your information is a lot of planning. How you start is a lot of planning. Diagnosis planning. But this type of planning is about intervention, right? So you're planning for intervention. Right. Now, here the other stages of 1, 2, 3, 4. That's true. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Then you have your 5 is now the actual treatment, which you call intervention. Right? This one here is what we call the actual treatment of the problem of your service user. Right? Now, in casework, what we are going to do? Well, we'll be looking at this one by one so that we are able to understand. When you're doing an assessment, planning what is an intervention. So, we shall look at the intervention step at this now. But when we get to planning, assessment, and intervention as a complete module. What we're trying to do, we're trying to build on your knowledge that you have acquired, right? Through the process and procedures and all sorts of things. Because there's somewhere we shall move away from just looking at positive things to look at case-based relationships, right? Yes. So, in the next semester, we now going to look at this one by one. What is it? What are the processes that you follow? What's an assessment? How do you do? What's an intervention and all sorts of things? So here, I'm just taking you through that you should be able to understand that we have these processes, which we shall examine closer next God's will. Right, so this is how it is. Now, from there, we move on to what we call evaluation. And evaluation is a process where you, as a social worker, are trying to understand. You have understood the problem. You have taken attention. Have you helped the individual or not? That's it. You're trying to find out. Has the individual been actually assisted? Has his needs been met or not? So this is how you would move on to this person. But in between, before you do your evaluation, there is always what we call monitoring. Monitoring is a continuous process, right? From intake all the way as you move on to get to your evaluation. The reason why we carry out monitoring processes around, they help you to look back at what you have done, right? So that if you have not done it rightly, then you can correct that mistake, so that you don't make your mistake. The problem is you can deal with your sentences all the way to the end and discover that they will not help that individual. It's possible, right? Yes. So the monitoring processes help you to look back. Okay, my assessment is this. Now I think my intervention will be like this. Okay, I will use existential, whatever theory is, existential therapy approach, etc. Right? Now, you decide to use that one, and you forget the background and what you got from here. Right? Only to discover that what you needed here is not existential. What you needed here is the family therapy. Or what you needed here is the psychodynamic, psychoanalytic therapy that we do. So your monitoring here helps you quite a lot, especially here, stages 2, 3, 4, before you get to the intervention. Then you must go back and forth to check if this individual's problem is like this. Is it the capacity of an individual that is lacking, for example? Or is it the environment? Or what is it? There, that will give you a lot of issues that you do. You may find yourself moving out from case to something else, right? So it's important that here that you pay a lot of attention here and also do that. So an evaluation is almost the last process that you have. In other words, you are almost getting there. Let's see what happens. On that one. Now, here you move on to what we call a referral. A referral is a process which is necessary when, one, you as a social worker, your agency are not able to meet the needs of your service user, right? And what referral means, we shall look at that when we move on to look at other things, is that referral is a process of transferring that case from your agency to another agency. That's what I'm saying. Right? You are transferring your case from yourself to another agency. Because you and the agency are not able to meet the needs of your service. What it means is that sometimes when you come to these processes, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? You discover that the case they need to brought to you is not your case. It is criminal in nature, right? Social workers, yes, they deal with criminal issues, but it's not your jurisdiction to deal with those things. So discover that this case should have gone to police. Do you understand? They refer it, transfer it to police. When we are looking at later on, we shall see the processes and procedures that you follow in later on. What do you do? When you take that case straight to police, you discover that the case which has come to you here, for example, a child has been raped, right? And the case comes to you. You reach a point at stage 1 and stage 2 here. As it tells you the background or whatever it is, immediately you know the case is not within your jurisdiction. You refer. So, if I say a referral at this stage here, it means that the case was so good, it was within your own jurisdiction, but we are not able to. Then you proceed to refer. But referral, there are 2, 3 things that take place along the way continuously. Right? I mentioned. What should I say? Risk 1, which must be conducted at every stage. Monitoring, right? At every stage. Planning at every stage. Number 3 is the issue of the record. It can happen at any stage, right? You just get the background, you know, this case is not mine. The girl's raped, right? The girl's raped, that's a criminal issue, right? A criminal issue and the health issue. You report. Go to police, report to police. And once you go to report to the police will actually even issue a letter for that to be go to the hospital, right? Yes. And after that, once you go to the hospital, then the police now take this guy for criminal charges, stuff like that. This was that. You can start knowing. So, a referral here can be done at anyone on this day. That must be in mind. You don't have to labor or belabor yourself to take all these processes if you know that actually the case is not within your jurisdiction. Because even if you come down to this case here, it's a left issue, go to police, whatever it is and so forth, right? Go to hospital, and the hospitals may refer that individual case to you, right? We will take that individual back to you. For what purposes? Here. Counseling, for example, right? They are not very good at counseling. You are trained in that. So after that, can you go for post-rape counseling, right? The social worker, can you go for this and this? Can you go for psychotherapy and for social work? Right? This is how these things work out. So, a referral is one of those things that we can be carried out at any one of the stages. Monitoring and planning. Now, so I say, if your agency cannot provide the needs or meet the needs, the nature of the problem is outside your jurisdiction. Am I jumping something? You will see who wants to jump. You will jump. Yes. So, if the nature of the problem is outside your jurisdiction, does not fall within the mandate of your agency or your organization, check it out. Right? So, we shall also look at that when we look at the lecture, it's much broader. So, we shall be able to discuss and see how we proceed. Okay. Now, here, we are going to put the termination. Also, look at this. Happens this here. Sometimes we call it disengagement. In other words, you are moving away from the case. You have done away with it, right? We shall look at it. What are the processes? What are the procedures? All these things. I'm going to get back to those and see how we can do it. So disengagement is actually discharging individual case, and therefore you proceed to do other things. And here, I think, we shall cover those in the coming. Let's look at this. What is the nature of casework? Nature of casework is about the service user and yourself are independent. You must be independent. What you are saying is you must be independent. What you do should be you doing it, and what service user is, service user is supposed to be there. This statement here is going to be clarified again as we proceed to look at the casework relationships, right? We'll talk about the independence of the service user and also the involvement of the service user, right? So here we shall also look at that. Now, the relationship in casework, you build a relationship. Please, why do you think it's important that in casework we also relate casework to building a relationship? What do you think?
Because there has to be a proper communication between service user and
Casework. That's good. There must be communication. And the other issue is that for somebody to give you personal information, there must be trust, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you build trust can only be built in a situation where there is a relationship. You feel right? That's when you can get personal information. And by building that relationship, it means there's acceptance by the service user that is going to deliver that personal information to you. And also trust that that information is going to be kept by you in confidence, right? That's what's supposed to be. So this is very, very important. And there must be an issue of acceptance, and also there must be an issue of expectation. And also the naturally there is that expectation where there will be support, and the natural individual is stimulated to be able to provide that. And also the nature of a casework or social casework is how you develop personality, right? Talked about personality, talked about character, talked about those things. How does the individual's thinking capacity operate, right? Is he subsisting too much on negative thoughts, right? Or positive thoughts? Or is he actually unable to manage his thoughts altogether? So you look at all these things around. And again, the other nature of the casework is that it brings it together in a therapeutic type of value system where the service user comes to you because they expect that help from whichever angle that individual has been affected. So this is how casework is. Now it comes to an interesting issue here. Elements in casework. Casework revolves around what we call the 5 P's. And casework too, I think we just mentioned a bit, what we call the 5 P's. It is the person that's sensitive, right? It will be the person bring a problem to you, and it will be a place where you're getting that problem, and it will be the actual service that you provide as a professional, and also it will be what processes do you follow. So this is how it will be. Yeah. All these things are going to be expanded as we move on. So, can I move on? But still, we can't stay on for the rest of the night. Jim, what is that? Are you looking for your own TikTok?
I am.
Serious?
Yes, I am.
All right, let's move on. So, social work revolves around values. That actually makes you, just like in a profession, of our core values, of our own ethics, and things like those. Right? And this defines what we are as the social worker. So, we know that the real mission of social work is to enhance the well-being of an individual and help that individual meet his best human needs. Simple. So we're trying to help an individual meet best needs, human best needs, and also try to enhance the well-being of that individual, whether through empowerment or otherwise, whether through material support or sorts of things that you may put in as a part of that. All right. Number 2, our core value is that we focus on meeting the needs of an individual. And also, we will strive at empowering vulnerable groups or vulnerable people, which includes those people who are afraid to deal with poverty and all sorts of things, the orphans, all sorts of people. So we will focus on how can we empower individuals who are found in this situation, and also how do we deal with the especially vulnerable groups. Here could be orphans, right? Widows, widowers, older people, persons with disabilities, and so on and so forth. Even people who may be affected by some occurrence which is so sudden. For example, you could phrase the word disaster, cyclone, right? That's why social work is supposed to be there. Too many things. People are depressed, right? What do? Provide counseling, whatever it is, something like that. People needed material resources because there are things that were washed away, things like that. So that's all the work that we can do. Children lose their parents, they're orphans, how do you do those? They need to go to school, they need shelter, they need psychosocial support or psychosocial counseling. So these are the things that you will do as a social worker. And this is how we start. And also, we try to focus much more on the well-being or the wellness of an individual in their context. What is the context? Anybody? The context.
Root of the story.
Can't hear.
Root of the story.
Story.
The root cause of the story.
Can't hear. Can you tell somebody?
The root cause of the story.
The root cause. Okay, the social context is the root cause. Not correct. Social context is the situation in which you find yourself, in which you are, where you live, right? We live in that social context. Right? So it will be about in your society and your community. You have the community context, the social context. In where you live, what is there that may require intervention by a social worker, right? Let's assume you have children who live in a location where everybody is a drunkard and they're always brewing pechasu, no food, devoted just drinking. That social context is bad, pechasu is not a job, right? Yes. What do you do as a social worker? So you have to intervene in that instance and see how you can bring the well-being, right, in the social context. So the social context could be equated to the environment, right? The social environment. That's the social context, right? In which an individual is found in. And how you can actually address that to help that particular individual. Right? Question about environment, it comes here. see how the environment is managed, and does how can it actually address problems to do generally. So that's the context as well. So how does the environment bear on what is supposed to be something like that? And also we are trying as much as possible. Social work core value is promoting social justice and social change. Right? With or on behalf. So you have to ensure that there is social justice and that there is change. But talk about social change is generalized change in human beings, in the human life and something like that. Is an individual able to change? Is an individual able to cope with the situations when they come? Can an individual withstand? Can an individual develop resilience in the event of a catastrophe? Something like that. So these are some of the issues that we look at. And when we talk about social justice, therefore, the social justice.
Social justice, equal rights, equal access to everyone.
That's social justice. So social justice is about equality. That is right. That each individual is recognized and regarded as an individual of worth, right? Everybody. Whether you have a disability or you are as old as I am, of course, and whatever it is, you also look at it. Don't I deserve my social justice? Or I can get it on my own. You don't deserve to get it on my own. Why? Because I'm empowered, right? I know how to go about it, how to do it, and how to get it. That's one issue. But there are people who may not be able to do it. Those are people who fall back to get back to it and help them to actualize, to meet, or to be able to access their social justice. So this is how it should be. Right. Now, also, we look at issues of how we address issues of diversity, for example, right? Oppression, poverty, discrimination, and all other forms of social injustice. So, we know what we're talking about. Poverty causes a lot of human suffering, right? And total problems. How do you deal with those things? Issue of discrimination. Albert, Gilbert, Albert was the Albert Garcia Grana. What is discrimination? From your understanding. And what is oppression? I want you to look at discrimination and oppression. Is discrimination oppression? No. Okay, so all of you said no. Let's start with it. But that's extended. What is oppression? Yeah. Is what? I can also say you can't pass to the next. Quick. Yes.
Maybe, but of being treated unfairly. Being treated unfairly. Discrimination.
Okay, being treated unfair. That's right. Unfair. But why would you think you are discriminated unfair? I mean, you are being treated unfair. How would you be? Well, how do you think you feel that you are being
You compare.
unfair? So discrimination is comparative, right?
Yes.
In other words, comparative in a manner that you, in your own right, think and know that you deserve, right? And somewhere, somehow, you are not given that between the two. Deserve what you Is that discrimination or oppression?
Discrimination.
So what is oppression?
Oppression. Oppression is when you don't have the chance to fight for your business. You just think to them, yeah, every day you lose.
And you have lost it. You are told what you have to do, whatever it is. In other words, your right to any ground is not there, right? By certain process. It's not natural, right?
Yeah.
Somebody actually does that, things like those. So this is how you understand that. And you find that all these actually still look at issues of injustice, right? Yes. When you are oppressed, you are a victim of social injustice. When you are discriminated against, you are also a victim of social injustice, something like that. And when you are discriminated against because of the diversity, what is the diversity? What is the diversity?
Surrounding.
Hmm?
Surrounding.
Diversity. Differences between and among us, right? You can be diverse because of certain conditions or situations, right? Yeah. So things like those. So you are basically looking at issues of injustice. So social work, core values, if you look at it, are rooted in a set of these values. One, service to people. Number two, to ensure that there is social justice, equality between and amongst people, because we think every human being has a dignity and is worthy of a person, right? Everybody, irrespective of the situation and conditions in which you are, but you are an individual. And also, importance of human relationships is one of those core values again. Issues of human relationships are also important. Integrity, for example. Integrity is key. Social work, integrity is key. What is integrity?
Doing the things at the right time and the right place.
That's integrity. But how do you know that you're doing the right thing? At the right time and the right place.
You can, for example, you can use the law. For example, I can't be here and smoking and doing marijuana because it's not allowed at school. So I'm not doing that because it's not the right place or the right time.
So, if you go and steal your father's money, it's your father's money, now that's anything to do with you. Is that wrong?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you should not ask for it.
So, integrity is about doing the right thing as how other people will have expected it to be done, right? So, you are doing something that generally is accepted as the right way of doing things. Right? That is integrity. And integrity is about individual character. Right? So, if you start just cheating all over to whatever it is, but it's your character, it's your behavior. Will you be a person of integrity for you? So, it all depends on what you and how you look at it. So, this is how you look at it. Right. So, if you are a social worker, we look at your integrity. Right? Are you able to operate within the ethos of social work ethics? Are you able to follow and stick to the core values that the social work, subsists on, something like that? And the other issue is the issue of competence. Competence in social work is about what? Knowing, is it? Yeah. That's knowing. Competence here is about one, having requisite knowledge, right, on what you do as a social worker. Number two, being able to have acquired appropriate skills to enable you apply the knowledge that you have gained, right? And number three, to be able to recognize within the core values and also the actual professional ethics within the social work field. And also 5, that you are able to do according to practice code. But for practice code, nothing that you do, we know what you are supposed to do, right? If there is a case, we will just put that in there. Somebody just tells you, I'm very broke, don't have money, I am poor, and you have a job in government, and just give me money. You will just complain. You have to follow my diagnosis of everything. That's not competence. Competence is to check that we can through the test and see if actually it deserves or it doesn't deserve. So this is what we go as that. Then the social work code of ethics is just part of the competence issues, right? And these do define the obligations of you as a social work professional. Code of ethics define or prescribe the obligations that you are supposed to do as a professional. And also, you need to have your best values, the principles, the standards, and also the guides. I mentioned about the practice conduct or practice code. So these are all issues that come within that. We come too fast? No. It was behind always not behind. I want to do this but then we need to start with this again. Let's do 3, 4, 5 slides. And then it does summarize broad ethical principles that reflect the profession's core values and also does establish a set of specific ethical standards that should be used to guide the social worker. And also designed to help social workers identify relevant considerations when professional obligations are in conflict or when you are uncertain about those obligations. So this is what help you to do. So this code of ethics just help you to be able to follow that. Otherwise, then you will need to be well. And also provide what you call ethical standards to which the general public can hold social workers answerable. Issues of accountability in social work is core because you have to be answerable to what you do, right? Now, whatever decision you make about the service user must be questioned and also must be able to meet the actual practice standards or code of practice that we have, and by implication to give you the check and balance. So here we go.